Okay, so this is a video on information you need to know before and after you get your tongue ring. Um, I'm gonna divide this video into more because I know I'm gonna have I don't have all the ideas right now, but I'm gonna have more later on today or whenever I start the video. So this is just I'm gonna make a part 2 or even a part 3 after because I know a lot more. A lot more is just gonna come when I turn this video off. So, before the very first thing you should do before you get your tongue ring is eat as much as you possibly can. That is like so important. Like, that's the most important thing of the tongue ring, because once you get your tongue ring, the tongue is going to swell up really bad. Once the needle goes through, put that ring through, your tongue is gonna swell up, and you're not gonna be able to eat nothing. Because when I wasn't able to eat anything for 2 days, 2 days. I started eating on the third day, but that may not be the case with you because everyone is different. So anyway, eat a really big meal. I mean, don't just eat something and then go 2 hours later to the shop. Like, no, eat on your way there. Eat like you don't know, because if you don't do it, if you don't eat, you're going to regret it. Yes, you are going to regret it. You're going to wish that you followed my rules and my opinion, and you're going to wish that you ate, because you're going to starve. Okay, because you can't eat nothing else for the rest of that day after you get the ring, unless you're one of those lucky, blessed people who don't have any side effects of swelling or pain. But I wasn't one of those people. Eat a really big meal, eat as much as you can on your way there. Also, you need to make sure before you get your piercing, also make sure you have your cleaning products. That's really important to have your cleaning products. All you need for cleaning products is salt, sea salt. You can use sea salt and water, warm water, or you can use any salt as long as it don't have, okay, I might not pronounce it right, iodide, is that how it's pronounced? Iodide salt, you know what I'm talking about. As long as it don't have that inside of it, as long as it's iodide or iodized, however you pronounce it, free, then you can use it. But don't use anything with that in it. I never knew how to pronounce it, but just don't use it if it's in it. Also mouthwash. They say antiseptic mouthwash because they tell you don't use regular mouthwash because it has alcohol in it, and that messes up the healing process and makes it take longer. And in antiseptic mouthwash, it has alcohol in it. If I don't have as much, but it still have alcohol in it, so I don't really still don't get a difference. I use regular alcohol. I use regular alcohol. I use regular mouthwash. Oh, please don't mind my hair and stuff, because as you can tell, I was not trying to get pretty because my hair looks, it's not nice. It's just, I don't know, I just pinned it up outside of it on my neck. Also, make sure you have a cup before you go to the parlor or wherever you want to get your piercing at. Make sure you have ice. Oh my gosh, because when you finish, you're going to need that ice because your tongue's going to swell really bad. So make sure you have ice so your tongue, yeah, I was right. So your tongue won't hurt, because it's going to hurt really bad. You might bleed. I'm not trying to scare you, but it might bleed. You might get real swollen. Just, it's a lot. You make sacrifices when you get piercings. So make sure you have ice. Just get a cup of ice. Make sure it's small. Like, tell them to crush them up as much as possible, because if you're not gonna be able to chew it, you're gonna have to just sit on your tongue and just let it dissolve, because you can't chew it at all because it's gonna hurt like hell. You can't lick your lips. I can lick my lips when I first got mine. What else all ready for before? So after, you have to, number one thing, after you get your tongue ring, do not talk a lot for like the first week, I would say. Well, of course you're gonna talk, but don't talk as much. Don't keep Because you dare, if you, even if you just still research somebody else, they're going to tell you the same thing. You cannot talk a lot, because if you talk a lot, that's cutting your piercing, is stretching it out. I don't know how, but I know it is, and it's true, because I was talking and it hurts as well. And then when you talk, it you're gonna sound dumb because your tongue's swollen. Like, try to talk with a swollen tongue, you're gonna sound stupid. So you can't talk a lot for two reasons. One, because you're not supposed to, and secondly, because you're gonna sound dumb. Especially if you're trying to hide it, it's gonna be obvious. But I'm gonna make a video about how to hide it later. Oh, don't play with the ring after you get it, because that's also stretching it out, and that's going to take the healing process even longer to do. Just please don't play with it. That's really important. As far as things to eat, you cannot eat hard food. Well, for the first day, I don't recommend you eat anything at all. That's why I was telling you eat as much as you can for you get it, because you're not really going to eat shit when you're done. I couldn't eat nothing for 2 days straight. Actually, 3 days. If you want to get into it, I had to figure out how to eat, and I'm also show you how to eat with your tiring on the second part of the video. But so you can't eat hard foods. Hard foods such as steak. Oh, especially not steak. Steak, pizza, chicken, anything hard that you really have to chew. You can't eat it. I'm sorry. Not probably like the first week. Well, it depends on you. Once your tongue starts hurting and the swelling, well, I was eating while my tongue is still swollen. As long as it don't hurt when you eat anymore, that's when I think you should start eating hot foods. I mean hard foods. Also, that's another thing. You can't eat hot anything. Oh my god, you can't eat nothing hot the first week. Nothing hard. Because if you eat anything hot the first week, that's gonna swell your tongue back up. No hot chips, no spices on your foods, no, there's nothing that's hot. And if your food is hot, you have to wait till it's completely cooled down, like at least like a little bit warm. It can't be hot, because if it's hot, that's gonna swell your tongue up even more. You're gonna wish you never did it. Trust me. I know. You have to eat soft stuff, and I tried that. Just like, let you know for personal experiences. I tried that. I tried noodles. They said noodles, soup. Okay, first of all, I tried mashed potatoes, but I did it homemade, so it was lumpy, and I couldn't eat it. I took 3 spoonfuls and I gave up because it hurted, and it was baby. It was like baby spoons of mashed potatoes, and I could not eat. So then, a couple hours later, I don't eat a lot. That's another thing, but I was hungry. 3 hours later, 3 to 4 hours later, I tried to make noodles. They say you can eat noodles. That was my aunt was telling me. I was like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna eat some noodles. I tried to have 2 little baby spoons of noodles. I couldn't eat that. I was wasting food basically, because I couldn't eat nothing that they basically told me I could eat. So the only thing you can really eat, I would say, is applesauce. So if you're like allergic to applesauce, I feel so sorry for you. Like applesauce in soup, but not with anything in it. Just like, soup with seasonings, and then it have to be cold. Like, but you don't have to do this. Like, if you find a way to eat, I'll show you how to eat. I'm gonna tell you how to eat. I'm making a video on how to do that, because I'm gonna actually show you. I'm actually have to show you with food, like real food. I can't just show you. I have to actually eat something to show you. So, if you're one of those people who can, like, because this is one girl, I was reading about this one girl, and I need to know she must be a fucking alien or something, because she was talking about how she went to the damn place to get her tongue pierced, and she was talking about how the very next day, mind you, after she got her tongue pierced, that she ate some salty lasagna. How did you manage to eat salty lasagna? I couldn't even eat mashed potatoes. So tell me, how did you eat salty lasagna the very next day? I was done. But whatever. Unless you're one of those people who don't have no problems with it, if it don't hurt, then Oh yeah, you can eat ice cream, but that's the thing I messed up at. This very next day, I went to the store and bought some vanilla ice cream. Not that kind of ice cream. You don't buy ice cream like that because that's actually gonna um it's gonna make your tongue really nasty, and it kind of hurts when you're trying to swallow it because I look so dumb. Like I was putting in there like rose. I couldn't eat for nothing. I really couldn't. So um I don't know what's next. Um, oh, you're supposed to eat things in hot ice form, like I hate when I do that. Like popsicles and stuff. Like yeah, popsicles and stuff. And actually, the popsicles stop the swelling. It makes your swelling go down a lot. So popsicles. Also, when you wake up, this is another thing I learned, and it really do works with swelling to help your swelling go down. Um, Before you go to sleep, you put a cup of water. Just put it in the fridge. Don't put it in the freezer. Then it's gonna be fucking frozen. You can't drink the shit. Of course, it is frozen. So you put you put the cup of water inside the refrigerator. Of course, overnight. Bottle of water doesn't matter. And as soon as you wake up, you drink the water straight. Like don't just drink it straight. And then actually the coldness stops the swelling. It makes it go down. Also crush up some ice cubes. Like get some ice cubes, put in like a bag or something, crush it up, and don't suck on it. Do not suck on the ice cubes. Just let it, just like sprinkle it on your tongue and let it dissolve, and that helps a lot with the swelling as well. Swelling usually lasts about a week. Mine only lasted a week because after the week was over, I was smashing like that. The swelling was gone. Actually, I'll show you a picture of how swollen my tongue was compared to now. Because my tongue was disgusting. Like, you don't even think it was in my tongue. It was so big. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but that's how big my tongue was. How swollen it was, and this is how it looks now. Look at it. Don't look at it. Do you see that difference? Yes, tongue swelling is real. So, okay, so I guess this is it just for right now. So most of them come live to me later because it already is, but this video is already 13 minutes long. So, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to change. You're going to find out. So, let you know. If you have any suggestions, because I really know I do a lot of stuff. So if you have any suggestions on what you want me to do or talk about, all you have to do is mention me on Twitter. And I'll do it if I know how. I follow back, so also follow me. It's iHeart_NB. Follow with that. And I follow back.